Guys, is this what you feel like? What I look like right now? My allergies coming out of my face. And why does my daughter wear second day braids and they look cute, and I wear second day braids and I look like Cruella de Vil? Whatever that meant. Okay. Good morning, Sunshine. It's Callie Carroll here. We're about to talk about wow. Maybe your baby's growing up, whatever that means for you. Maybe you're about to empty nest, or you just empty nested. Maybe your baby's just went to kindergarten. I feel like I have a little bit of foothold in this conversation because I have a 19-year-old, a 17-year-old, a sophomore in college, a senior in high school. It's gonna feel better, baby. Go grab your medicine if you want to. You don't want that on, but it's gonna be bleeding if I take it off. You don't want it to be bleeding, right? Now we want to talk. We didn't want to talk before, but now we do. It's gonna be okay. Go grab your medicines real quick. Do you want to talk to my friends? A 4-year-old and this 2-year-old. And I want to talk to you about your hearts because, well, first of all, do you have kids? And if so, what grades are they in? So just share, I have kids, these are the grades that they're in, right? Because as parents, and I believe especially us moms, we go through this emotional transition, the majority of us, as our kids go from school to school, grade to grade, and it can seemingly crush us, even though we're in a state of joy at every single juncture. Is anybody else with me on this? Like how challenging it is. Like I still remember when my 19-year-old, who's moving into her first apartment, you guys, like moving out. She's not coming back for holidays and for summer. She's doing that on Friday. And I remember her first day of kindergarten and me just being like, oh, my first day of kindergarten. Oh my gosh, Lord, I cannot believe that. Kindergartner already? Jeez, right? And where our hearts were at. And then I remember my daughter's senior year, and then last year going to college and dropping her off at the dorms, but then having my babies at home and looking at this full circle of what we get to experience as parents, and how if we choose to embrace the emotions and focus on specific things, we're going to cope much better. So first of all, I just want to offer you a hug. Like if your heart's hurting right now, I get it. Have a good cry, right? I love how one of my friends was like saying how she had emotional support days where she just went and did all of the things for herself to make sure that she's refueling her body, which we'll talk about in a couple minutes here. And I just want to tell you I love you. Like I get it. Like it is challenging, right? It is challenging that your last baby is off to college, or that your first baby is in kindergarten, or that your baby's just started high school, whatever that is for you. It's just change, right? And we just don't like change. Like it's innate in us that change is challenging because we're not sure what's coming next. And one of the things I will tell you that I find to be the most confrontational issue about our kids moving through is the more that we are with our babies and raising them through our lives, the more that they become our lives. And then when they transition and move into their own lives without us, we're like standing there with our arms wide open, not like we don't know. We don't know what to do with our hands because we've been living our life for and with these beings for so long that we can often lose ourselves. And I'm used to this conversation because of our I Am Journey program, right? And our women who have gone through this process and have gone through empty nesting and have been really confronted by looking in the mirror. I have a mirror right here. Looking in the mirror and saying, "Who are you?" Right? Who are you without your kids? As they've been home all this time, and now all of a sudden they're in elementary school, and you have these hours during the day. Right? Or they've been with you all this time, and now they literally are moving out of your home. Who are you? And if you're in the beginning stages of this and you're like, I'm not there yet, this conversation, I hope, will be a great reminder and bearing for you as you walk through the next however many years until your kids are gone, so that you can find yourself in a little bit better of a placehold at that time. Okay, so number one, emotional support for you guys. I love you guys. I get it. Have a day. Try your cries, let go of your emotions. And then let's talk about what to focus on and then what to do about it, okay? So what to focus on. as our babies are moving through. Number one, all the positive emotions, right? All the positive things about what you've done to raise this small human or big human to move into the life of their own, to move into a state where they can go to first grade, to move into a state where they can cope with middle school, to move into a state where they can walk through the high school, halls and be okay. And you supported them to get them where they are right now. Celebrate that fact. Right? Celebrate how you've been able to support them to this moment right now. That's a huge thing. And I think this perception is, sorry about that, having my 4 babies and already knowing it goes by so quick, right? Watching my bigs go from babies to a senior in high school and a sophomore in my in college, like it was so fast that I can look back and think about enjoying each one of those moments, right? Embracing each one of those moments, not with prolonged tears, yes, with maybe some short order tears, right? But with a celebration of how they're growing and moving, then you get to see all of those different moments with a different heart. Also, because I've been on the older side, and this is for you guys recommendations with your littles, right? Because I've been on that side, knowing that if your babies are little and you're kind of worried about what's next, you guys, it just keeps getting better. It does. Like every one of those transitions is like, it's just, I don't know, like it fills you up in different ways. You get to start to create different types of bonds and relationship with your kids as they are growing older, right? Like my daughter's kindergarten moment to her middle school moment to her high school moment to moving her into college, the relationship that we've been able to build to move her in that space is so wonderful that you don't have to worry about losing what's now, because what's coming is going to be beautiful. And again, the perspective of our situation with Whit and John and his cancer diagnosis and what we're going through and chemotherapy and holding on to that gratitude of health and blessings has been a true blessing upon us, because even though I've been like kind of sharing in jest on my page, like, oh my gosh, like, what am I doing? I'm going to have an emotional breakdown. I've got a senior in high school. I've got my daughter moving out, my son starting preschool, all of these different pieces. I actually feel pretty damn good. Like I do. I feel like what you're seeing right now is how I am 99% of the time, because I feel like acknowledging all of the blessings that we have in the health that we do have, in the recovery that we're experiencing for Whit and John, that every one of those memories should not be taken advantage of, right? Every one of those memories that you're getting to create right now is a complete blessing, because you still have that wonderful soul in your life who's getting to move to that next experience, and you get to be there along for the ride. And that has just grounded me in a state of excitement, right? Excitement for I haven't shed a tear over Jace being a senior in high school. I'm just freaking jacked for him. I'm jacked for him to have the best year, to have so much fun, to look, and start to explore what he might want to do next, and making sure he can acknowledge that he does not have to know what he's doing for the rest of his life as a 17-year-old, because I think that is batshit crazy, and supporting him in those things. And it's not coming from a place of sadness, but a space of celebration, because he's growing and moving forward. I love that, right? Same thing with Kizzy moving to her first apartment. She's like, I'm not going to be back home though, right? I'm not home for vacations and for summer and all those things, but she gets to create her own environment, her own space, her own true lifestyle, and experiencing what it's like to start paying different bills and becoming an adult. And we have the blessing of having the health and the ability to experience that. And that's such a cool thing. If you just jumped on, you guys, what age are your kids? Right? So what are we experiencing as they're moving through transitional time periods? Okay, so last piece that I want to talk about, there's my 4-year-old. Yes, preschooler. Jace has to tell you something. Okay, that's perfect. I'll finish this video and tell Jace I'll be right down. That's fine. I've got to be told something back in any minute now. That's fine. Okay, so final piece. I hope to support you guys in not losing yourselves. It's time for you to go, you guys, just so you know. And not losing yourselves to make these transitions easier as you move through. And if you can get this information, like if you're empty nesting today and you don't have this information, you haven't been through the I Am Journey program, and you're just walking into this room where you're just so confused, you don't know what to do with yourself, because it's just this is what happens. By the way, that's normal. Okay, that's normal. I don't want it to be normal, and I want to support you guys for that not to be normal. So I want to just give you guys a reminder to make sure that as you're walking this beautiful journey with your kids and you're moving them from stage and development and you're moving them up and you're coaching them and you're guiding them and you're parenting them, as you're doing that, don't forget, Jody, don't forget about yourself. Don't forget to take care of you, and don't forget to be on a continuous discovery and relationship with yourself and what you truly enjoy. Because if you do, you're going to find yourself completely lost down the road, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can you guys let me finish my video real quick? Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Go into her space. I don't care. Go into her space. Go down and go into her space, babe. And looking at that, sorry, by all my friends that were like, I don't want to watch her talk to her children. That's just the way my life works. These are real life videos. Yep, I will take your Band-Aid off after. It's going to start bleeding everywhere. I'm going to take it off and blood's going to go everywhere. So let's wait till I'm done with the video. Okay? Sound good. That if you can like continue to discover who you are, look at your hobbies, right? Do you have certain things that you used to do that you no longer do for yourself? And maybe you truly don't have any time right now, but you can still acknowledge that you want to start to grow in this area. You want to start doing pottery again. You want to start running. You want to start taking a certain class. You want to start doing more photography. You want to start cooking more. Maybe you want to do cooking lessons. If you can't do it right now, then plan on and start making lists about what you're passionate about and what you could dive into in the future. Right? Because it's going to come. That time is going to come where you do get to focus on you and your growth and your development. And if you can do your best as your kids are growing up to continue to look into the mirror and acknowledge that you are a truly powerful, amazing human and you get to deserve to keep molding yourself into your most happiest being instead of completely losing ourselves in the raising of our children, which I totally get, right? But instead of completely losing that us that makes us us, it's going to make it easier when you get to step back into your full you, right? And I know, so Sarah, yeah, her baby's like the 6 sleeps, right? Moving out, and now you're like, you're excited for them, and this is it, right? But it doesn't mean that our hearts don't feel the separation, and that's not going to go away. It's not going to go away. But is it going to be easier if we know ourselves? Is it going to be easier if we know that we were present in the moments with them? Here, babe. Yeah, that's right.
That's not your mom.
Thank you for stopping the conversation to share that. You guys, those are my photos, my computers. Being in the moments, you can know that you gave it your all, right? So mama bears, daddy bears too. I know some of you guys get emotional about this stuff, but I know us moms, we can be a total disaster and a total wreck and a total upset and uproarness. We don't know what's going on in our worlds. I just want to tell you, I love you. I'm reaching out. I'm giving you hugs. Feel the feels, have the emotions, get the emotional support that you need, and then choose your perspective as you're moving into the next stage, because you get to move into the next stage. And man, are you blessed because of that. Right? I feel so blessed to have all of my babies in their situations. We start chemo on Monday again. I'm blessed for that. My son starts preschool in a couple of weeks. I'm blessed for that. My senior kicking ass. I'm blessed for that. And my daughter moving out. Blessed that she gets to do that. So can you say good morning, sunshines, to my friends? Okay. We got to take care of a cut. We have an owie, guys. Okay, so I love you guys. Oh, you want to go eat your water?
Yeah.
Okay. We're not medicated yet, guys. Love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. Perspective revealing miracles. Bye. You want to push the button?
Yeah.
Okay, push it. Say bye, friends. Bye, friends. Good job. Push it. Oh, you moved the screen. That's okay. It's right there. Right there. Oh, whoa, you're strong.